Hello, my name is Alec J. Wolf, and I am your Campaign Crusades Dungeon Master. Before we begin our episode tonight, I would like to acknowledge my presence in our videos and podcasts in a personal light. For those of you watching or listening to the first two episodes closely, you may have noticed very frequent vocal and motor tics that I have performed throughout each episode. I have Tourette syndrome. It is something I have had and have lived with for most of my life, and have tried to use as an obstacle to overcome, not as a barrier. But over the past 2 weeks, seeing myself so presently ticking in front of the public on the internet, it has created a concern and insecurity that I have never felt before. In response to this feeling, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to come to you directly and let you hear what I deal with directly from my mouth. I want to acknowledge my players and friends as well. They have been amazing, a wonderful, supportive community as we have embarked on this project, and have made me feel that sharing this with all of you, whether you're watching from home or on the go, is that much easier. So thank you to all of my friends for the support I have received, and thank you all at home for listening. Now please enjoy tonight's episode of Campaign Crusades. Hello, and welcome back to Campaign Crusades, the race for Rivaryn. I'm Alec J. Wolf, your Dungeon Master, and I'm here, as always, with my Crusaders. We've got Andrew Hickman.
Hello.
Brian Thomas.
Hey.
Clara Capoletta.
That's me.
Emily Kreider.
Hello.
Jake Baker.
Hey.
Joe Thomas.
That's me.
And Morgan Le Fay.
What's up?
To give you a recap of where we left off last time, our heroes, or rather a motley crew, more than heroes, are now approaching the town, or rather the city, of Falun, after an interesting skirmish with a bunch of scrappers on the Falun farm road. They had just left Bellara, where they all met for the first time, discovering some interesting information left behind by a woman named Rhea Burke, who happens to be one of our party's mothers. They are all chasing the same thing, turning the tower back on that runs Falun. Hopefully they can succeed. Who knows? But here we go as we get back into the race for Rivaryn. Alright, so we return now to the race for Rivaryn, where on the edges of the Falun farm road, having just approached the city right before sunset, our heroes finally spot the city ahead. It is a large, tiered city with two different levels, almost like stone mesas jutting out of a mountain. There are large staircases going up into the city from the farmlands around it, and then there are large staircases that also go up into the second tier. There's also large towers that are home to elevators for those who can't use the stairs. As our heroes approach the city, they make it to the bottom of one of these staircases. You all walk up the staircase, and you make it into the city of Falun, the city of stone. What are you up to?
The first thing on my list is to go to the tea shop that was mentioned in the letter. But we also probably want to find a place to stay, because I'm assuming that we'll want to spend at least one night.
Yeah, it's night, or it's evening right now, right?
It looks like sunset's going to start in about 20 minutes, give or take.
I see in your document there's like several neighborhoods. Which neighborhood would we be in right now?
The neighborhood you guys are in at the moment is I am too far down on the document. The neighborhood you guys are in at the moment, as you approach that staircase, you approach the easternmost staircase. So you are on the eastern side of Grand Falun. You want to head towards the tea shop. That being said, you haven't discussed what tea shop you guys are looking for yet.
Was the name in the letter? Let me look back at that letter.
I think there's somebody named there.
Everything just has to be more difficult, doesn't it?
Vansom is the last name.
Have I, Adira, been to Falun enough times before to know if there is a... Because Emily, can see that there's a tea shop, but I'm not about to metagame.
I'm gonna say roll a luck check for me to figure that out.
That's a 10.
On a 10, you've been to Fallon enough times that you would know it, but right now you can't think of any. So it's like slipping your mind, but you don't realize it's slipping your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I would like history checks from Lily, Bo, Lola, and Kai.
What was it?
History.
History.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be mine. I got a
16.
Well, I got a natural 20, so
I got a 14.
Okay.
I got a 9.
So I'm gonna say just Kai and Lily. Kai and Lily, the two of you know that tea shops are more of a farm town thing, like a small town thing for towns on the outskirts of big cities. So they're not really as common in big cities, but there are usually 1, 2, or 3 that you could find. So you know there's probably only 1 or 2, Lily, that it could be. On that nat 20, Kai, you know that there's really only 1 tea shop of any significance that probably would have lasted this long, if at all, from the time when the letter seemed to be written to now, which is, it seems to be about as old as Lily is, although you don't know exactly how old Lily is. So you know the tea shop that is probably referring to is a tea shop called the Third Spoke Tea Shop. It is in Grand Falun, but it is on the other side of the city, or of the neighborhood. And it's a pretty long walk. So you guys will probably get there probably in like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, from where you are now. But by the time you get there and are done, there's no way you're going to be able to do anything if you're trying to move to another location or not, as long as, unless it's within the city. So that's probably your last stop before sunset, before trying to find somewhere to stay.
Okay, well, I'll definitely, tell the group. I've had my, my fair share of tea, and I think there's only really one place that it can be, and that is definitely the Third Spoke Tea Shop. I know it's a little bit of a walk, but that has to be the one that they're talking about in this letter.
Do we really want to do that tonight? I'm kind of exhausted. I mean, if everyone else wants to.
I know this is really urgent, but I know you got your face beaten in with a wrench a little bit, and I don't want you to overexert yourself.
We can at least maybe have a small conversation and see if there is anything there, because I'm still highly doubtful that there's really going to be anything. And we can have a larger conversation with him tomorrow if we need to.
A little reminder to you all, it is sunset, and the only person who has eaten since like midday is Coco, who had an apple during the fight. So
Yes.
everyone else probably is feeling some degree of hunger, so at least it's good that your destination is a place with food. You might want to think about food while you're in the city.
Oof. All of a sudden, my stomach just grumbled. Did you hear that, Bo? It was kind of loud.
I look
Was pretty loud.
at Kai, reach into my diaper, and throw salt at Lola's face.
Lola's face.
Considering you are not looking at, considering you're not looking directly at Lola, you're looking at Kai. I need you to roll a sleight of hand check in order to get Lola's face.
Even if I'm sitting on her shoulder?
Yes. Why? Because I feel like it.
Oh shit, okay. That's a 19 plus 6, so 25.
You throw it so well it gets caught in her hair. Lola, you now have salt in your hair.
Coco, what? Alright.
Ooh.
Okay.
That
well,
was a very good feint.
it looks like we're gonna be heading off to a restaurant.
Yes. I would definitely like to get some food, and then maybe we can get some tea afterward. I think that would make a lot of sense.
I'm gonna jump from from Lola's shoulder to Kai's shoulder and pat him on the head.
Oh my gosh. I have Slimer.
I don't understand many words, but I understand food.
Not that I.
My
think
shoulders still
anyone
like
wants-
tense a little
Bo,
bit.
it seems very clear. Bo, it seems very clear to you that Kai is in a much better mood, having successfully summoned his echo, which he has not previously been able to do.
I'm gonna kind of start like grooming his hair a little bit.
Not
Okay,
that
this is
I.
little
And
weird.
What was coming from Adira?
I was gonna say, not that I think anyone really wants my opinion, but if I have a say in anything, I think we should find some place to stay the night. It's it's gonna get darker, and it's gonna be worse, I think, trying to find a place later in the evening than if we were to do so now. So
That
I'm
is a
not
very
down.
good idea.
See if there's any
Oh.
places along the way. Any places to eat.
Cool. So where are you all headed then?
Where? So, Bo and I have definitely previously stayed in Falun. Where did we stay?
It depends. Probably a diversity of locations.
Okay.
You are in heading in the general direction of you are heading in the general direction of the tea shop, but you know that the nearest inexpensive lodging to you right now is slightly in the other direction. It is a lodge called the Hummingbird Lodge. It is nice and it's inexpensive. It was once more expensive. It was a cornerstone of the neighborhood, but unfortunately, in recent years, like everything, it's gone downhill. But it is a pretty nice place, even if it is known as being a hookup for intermarital affairs, secret intermarital affairs, which is a reputation
Bro.
it does have.
Can I help you? Thank you.
Is
That's
the
how
hummingbird
that's how it makes enough money to still stay nice.
nice?
It can only stay as nice as it does because it makes its money that way, and you know that. You've seen it firsthand when you've stayed there. Not like seeing it firsthand, but seeing like people meeting in the lobby
Mhm.
firsthand.
Yeah,
It's
we just get
important
the
to
vibes.
clarify. Yeah, exactly.
Is the Hummingbird Lounge could be a nice place to stay. It's not that expensive. It's a little off course, but
I like hummingbirds.
yeah.
Uh,
Bo and I have stayed there before.
Lola, Lily, you guys have any preference?
just somewhere that won't eat all of our money.
I mean,
Yeah, it sounds about good to me.
yeah, it should work.
If we'll
Then.
do that. Yeah, let's go do that. Let's get this room. Does the Hummingbird Lounge have food there?
Just want to clarify Hummingbird Lodge. It doesn't really have. It used to have like a breakfast, but it doesn't really anymore. But you do know it is. If I am correct, I'm going to double check. It is quite close to one of the farmers markets in the area. So you could stop at the farmers market and get some food.
Okay. There is a farmer.
If you want to walk a little further, you can find restaurants as well. There is a restaurant kind of near you just over in the next neighborhood in Farmers End that has some pretty good food as well. It serves gourmet Rivaryn's food, which is, although it's a fancy restaurant, you've only eaten there once. You can alternatively stop in like a little mom and pop shop on the street that are usually not labeled on the map.
I say we go to the farmers market, and just go pick up some food there, and then get a room at Hummingbird Lodge, eat and refresh ourselves, and then go find this tea shop, the Third Spoke tea shop, that one.
You did get a nat 20, so I want to give you one other option for your lodging, on the basis that you had a nat 20. It is a lot closer to. It is a further walk from where you are now, but it is a lot closer to the Third Spoke tea shop, so you don't have to walk as much tomorrow. It is called the Umber Lodge. It is in Stoneside, the neighborhood on the west side of the city. And why am I mentioning this? You know the owner, or not the owner. You know the concierge. The concierge happens to be a friend of yours, named Mads Halter, who told you about Rhea Burke in the first place.
I don't want to drag out this scene any longer, but I just remembered another lodge that is much closer to the tea shop. If you guys would like to go there too, is also really nice. But I think we should definitely make a decision, because a day like this fading.
Infuriating. You guys are driving me nuts. If we're so desperate to go to the tea shop tonight, let's make our way to the tea shop. If we see any food on the way, we stop. You say there's a lodge over there, great. We'll stay there. I'm done standing around. And I'm just gonna start walking in.
I agree. I'm gonna follow.
I'm gonna jump and follow her.
So you guys start walking along. You start heading towards the tea shop. As you're walking, it dawns on the vast majority of you that a tea shop isn't just tea. There's going to be food there as well, like sandwiches and actual dinner items. Tea shop's just a name. And you guys spend about 45 minutes, 50 minutes walking there until you finally make it to the front door of the tea shop. And you enter the tea shop, and it is this nice small like shop. It's got like wallpapered green walls, enough seating around it. There's a counter on the far end where you see a young man cleaning a bunch of coffee mugs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop right up to him and stare at him in his face.
The man's going to look down at you, look up at the group, look down at you, and go, all right, animals are not allowed in the shop. Somebody's got to take care of this thing.
That's not an animal, that's Coco.
Well,
I'm gonna glare at him.
I'm gonna run up and grab Coco. Come on, Coco. You gotta get off the counter.
And the guy looks at Adira, because you spoke to, and goes, look, not my rule. Not my rule. But animals aren't allowed in the shop.
What's your name?
Tyree. He looks at you kind of confused, like that question was very out of the blue type of
I'm
look.
gonna look at Lily and whisper, "Was that the name in the letter? What was the name in the letter?"
It's his last name is Vansom.
Do you know Vanson?
Van Sin or Van Sum? There's a difference.
Hold on.
Because Vanson works
Sum.
over at the shipping. Vanson works over at the shipping
Van
company.
Sum with an M at the end.
Van
yes.
Sum. Good, because you see, I always get Vanson and Vansum confused. Vanson's my roommate. He works over at the shipping company. Vansum is my boss, Aldre. Aldre is not here at the moment. He doesn't come back from a business trip until tomorrow around midday.
Perfect. We'll be back tomorrow around midday.
Well,
he just looks at you confused.
Or at least I start to walk out, unless anyone stops me for food, which you totally can.
I'm gonna in Lima
What?
just and then walk with her.
we can still get
Alright.
food here, and it's near enough to the inn that. Could we possibly have a table? We've had a long day.
You look like you're gonna need at least 2, but sure. Pick a
Yeah.
seat. There's only one occupied seat table already with a couple at it, so all the other tables are free right now. And he goes, "Take your pick."
I guess we can kind of maybe use these two and just kind of push them together.
Yeah, I'll help push the tables together.
So you push 2 tables together and make enough room for 6 plus a lemur. And the guy comes over, Tyree comes over and goes, right, here's some menus, just order whatever you want. And you notice that the menu is just randomly named sandwiches. You've got a sandwich named the gear, and then you've got another sandwich that's called the leaf, and then another one that has a really long name that's we paid 2 cents to get the sandwich name, but we couldn't get it, so this is what we're calling it instead. And then you have some sandwich names that are a little more clever. You've got the Falun special, you've got the right from Dahlia, but the sandwiches, it's a list of 14 different sandwiches, and they're all just random names. And he goes, "I'll give you a minute, figure out what you want to order, and then I'll come back." And he walks off.
I'm just gonna point to a random sandwich on the menu and just kind of mutter, "This sandwich was named after me."
It was.
Oh, really?
Oh, did you hear me? Yeah. Yeah.
Were we-
You guys look at the
Wow.
menu, and you see a sandwich named the Sly Silver.
How did that come to be?
It's a long story, but it's lies silver because I am very smart and I've got the silver hair. So
You're really smart.
anyway, I think I'm gonna order the leaf.
I want a deception check, and I also want an insight check from Bo.
Okay.
Specifically, Bo. This is not opposed,
As
by the
Kai
way.
is saying,
These are not opposed.
It's a 21.
I have expertise, not deception. Oh, that's cocked. Oh, that's a 10.
Y'all get the sense that you're not sure what exactly Kai's plan was here mentioning that. You get the feeling there's something amiss, but you're not sure what. Bo, with that 21, you know for a fact that there is no way any sandwich shop you've ever been inside would have ever named a sandwich after Kai. And that is complete malarkey.
I just
That
laugh
is not
and
true at all.
I just laugh and look at the menu, see what's on it.
Cool. The person comes
I'm
back.
gonna pick up a menu and look at it too.
The person comes back and says, right, we got every kind of sandwich you want. We got the ones that are on the menu. We got a bunch of others as well. You give us a name, and I'm sure we could turn it into a sandwich you'll like. That's our specialty here. And he looks over at you guys and goes, all right, who's ordering first? Give me a challenge. Name a random name. Make up a sandwich, and I'll make it into something amazing for you.
I look him dead in the eyes and go,
All right, that's one for you. And he keeps running. He looks over at the next
I
person.
keep looking at the menu and like looking at him like, what? And then I start chewing on the menu.
He takes the menu right out of your hands and goes, nope, not food, and puts it on a table behind him and looks over at Kai and goes, right, your turn. What are you getting?
This slide silver because it was named after me.
Really? You know Aldray?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. You don't look like Aldray's grandmother.
Oh no!
Oh.
And he goes, well, there could be two sly silvers. There could be two sly silvers.
Okay.
Anyway, what about you? And he looks right at Adira and goes, what would you like to get?
I'll get the lily.
All right, the lily. Good choice.
I'm trying to
He
earn
looks over at
brownie
Lily and
points
goes,
with
what
my
do you
mom."
want? He looks at Lily and goes, what do you want to get?
Can I have a peanut butter jelly sandwich?
All right, peanut butter sandwich. And he looks over at Bo. How about for you?
We got something called the rock stone slab. That sounds like a sandwich.
The
Yes.
rock stone slab. All right, and I'm including that little hesitation in there because it's going to make it even extra special. And he looks
All right.
over at Ren and goes, what about you? What would you like, kid?
I actually also want a peanut butter sandwich, please.
All right, peanut butter sandwich. And last but not least, what would you like, you lovely ma'am over here?
You know, if you have anything like some vegetables or something, I'll take that.
Vegetables? All right, I can get you some vegetables.
Yeah.
Cool. And he goes into the back, and you guys wait about 10 minutes, and he comes back with all your sandwiches. Immediately when you guys take your first bites, every single sandwich is totally wrong. The peanut butter sandwiches are not peanut butter sandwiches. They're like some chicken sandwich with like focaccia and like cheddar cheese. Every sandwich is like they're fine sandwiches, but they're not at all what you ordered. Lily, I'm gonna make you I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt here. You notice it just before you bite into it.
Can I ask, since I asked for a sandwich that had the name of a flower, does my sandwich happen to be vegetarian?
No, your sandwich is literally flatbread, a turkey slab, flatbread. Nothing but turkey slab. It is the driest thing.
Amazing.
I was gonna switch with
I
my
would
mom if mine was
Did I
vegetarian.
You do see
actually
the
get
sandwich put in
vegetables?
front of Coco is... The sandwich put in front of Coco is lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and arugula. So it is vegetarian.
I'm gonna pick up one of the tomatoes and throw it at the guy.
He goes, well, you don't have to be so cross with me. I just made what y'all ordered. And before you guys can say anything, he walks back because he seems upset.
Oh. First thing I do is look at Kai.
You guys do whatever you need to with the sandwiches.
First thing I do is look at Kai and say, so you're a liar.
I just got a little mixed up. What's the name of the sandwich? It was a different tea shop, but it was the same sandwich, and it was named after me. So.
I don't know if I can believe you now. I don't know if I can believe you ever again. You've lost my trust entirely.
I'm gonna walk across the table and take Bo's sandwich and go back to my seat
Both sandwich.
and start eating it.
I'm just gonna
Bo's sandwich.
Take Coco's sandwich.
I'm just gonna like pick at the bread of my sandwich, like just ignore the chicken and just pick the bread.
I'm gonna look at my plate of vegetables. Hopefully he brought out vegetables.
Yeah, he brought out, like, the plate of vegetables is vegetables, but it's not like he brought out, like, carrot sticks or anything. No, he brought out, like, the leaves that come on, like, carrots and come on, the tops of vegetables.
Wait, this isn't even edible, or I'd offer it to you.
I'll take the chicken from my mom's plate and give her, like, half of my bread.
You.
It is
What's on
definitely
my
not-
sandwich now? I'm curious.
Your sandwich is, your sandwich was the most complex name there is. Your sandwich is literally just a peanut butter sandwich.
I'm gonna sniff it and hand it to Ren.
Heck yeah. Dig in.
There's like a little lemur bite taken out of it, but like
That's
other than
fine.
that,
I'm gonna offer Coco.
That's
my
how Ren
sandwich,
eats most
which
of
was the
most of
chicken.
his food anyway. And Ren, that's how you eat most of your food anyway, with a tiny lemur bite taken out of it. So,
Yeah.
all right, you guys
That's
enjoy
what's like
your
sibling.
food,
Okay.
or try to.
Well, it looks like my...
Sorry, were you saying
No.
something?
This is a restaurant. They should be, they shouldn't be this bad. I mean, I asked for vegetables and I got this, and I pick it up and just dust my plate with leaves. I'm gonna go get this settled for us.
Lola-
This isn't right.
Lola, Lily, Adira, and actually anyone who wants to make an insight check for me.
Nope.
Coco, this is probably not the kind of thing you'd pay attention to, but you can make one if you would like to.
I regret
Ooh, I got
trying.
21.
I got 15.
It's
Me
only a
too.
7.
I got a nat 1.
I got a 7
So-
too.
Who got a 15 or above? Coco, you not sure what, but you do notice that this is the only person working, it seems. Or, not the only person working, you can't process that, but you notice it's the only person wearing that, wearing what the guy's wearing. Lily, you put two and two together, realize this guy's the only one who's working tonight, and clearly your guys' like aggression coming in, and this guy, and like the whole exchange with everything, and the fact that the way that it was just like, what's your name? Like, good, we'll be back tomorrow. That kind of aggression kind of put off the guy.
What?
You get the sense this guy might have purposely made your sandwiches incorrectly, that this isn't the standard of the restaurant, that these are the only sandwiches on the menu, that what he said, make up stuff, that was not true at all.
That's rude.
What is he doing right now? Just curious.
Right now he's back to polishing coffee mugs.
Is he facing us or is he facing away from us?
He's facing you guys.
I'm gonna stare him dead in the eye and shove the plate into my diaper.
He shakes his head and goes, I am not picking that out of there. So you guys eventually finish your sad attempts at dinner, and you guys head out towards the hotel, and you make it to the Umber Lodge.
Ooh.
And you arrive in the Umber Lodge about 30 minutes later. It is halfway across the neighborhood of Stoneside, not too far. I was wrong, it's more like 20 minutes. When you guys walk in, Bo and Kai, you immediately see Mads working behind the counter. He looks up and goes, Bo, Kai, how are you doing? And he gives you a smile.
Just coming through, looking for a couple rooms to stay in. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I mean, I've been stuck working here since school closed, but I've been doing what I can. Hopefully something will happen soon, and this will all go away. But I'm doing okay.
Yeah, we can
So
only
you
hope.
need a few rooms, right? You look like you're a large party. You picked up some stragglers along the way?
One or two.
Or...
Or
And he does a
4,
little counting and goes 5.
Yeah, well,
All right, I can get you 3 rooms. Normally our rooms cost about 80 a night, but I can give you a friends and family discount. We can make it 59.9. You know that the way 59.9 translates, it's 59 gold pieces and 9 silver, which is a pretty solid discount. 9 silver, being that 10 silver equals 1 gold.
That's greatly appreciated.
That's I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that's per room. I can't give you it total because I would get fired. But I can give you it total.
Oh, yeah, no, that's totally understandable.
All right. And as you take out the money to pay, whoever's paying, he shuffles in the back and he pulls out these 3 brass keys that are they look like those old-fashioned keys that are like the rod and then like the lock piece that's like a square thing. And then there's an engraved, or it's like the thing, the head of the key is engraved, so it looks like it's like wrought iron fencing, but it's not. And the engraving, like the wrought iron, but instead it's brass, says 203 on one of them, it says 303 on another, and it says 306 on a third. And he's like, all right, 3 rooms, 59.9 each.
Paying.
Cool. Who's paying?
I'm paying
So
for
am
Kai and I.
Cool. So you guys each take 59.9 off your total.
Oh man.
Or you can take 60 and then you could take 60 off your totals and then add a silver.
what I did.
Up to you. And you are given these keys. Is anybody doing anything before heading up to your room and going to sleep?
Are there brochures on the desk?
There are brochures of the general area on the desk.
I'm gonna pick up one and read it.
He looks down at Coco and looks up at Yubo and goes, "Smart monkey."
Yeah, that's
I look
part
up
of
at
the
him and smile, and then go back to
it's,
reading.
It's actually a lemur,
When
Impressive.
he said,
and her name
Small lemur.
is Coco. So
Smart Coco.
I let out like a little chirp.
Yeah, Kai, you were in the same class. You studied echomancy with Mads. You know Mads is a positive, outgoing person. He likes to look at the positives in people. So you guys head to your rooms. I'm assuming you're separated by party. You have Bo and Kai, you have Lily and Adira, and then you have Lola and Fam.
mm-hmm.
Cool. Is anybody doing anything in their rooms with their roommates before
I'm gonna
the
go
night?
over to Lola's room, knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock.
I'm gonna run to the door and like scratch at it.
Cobra, don't scratch up the door. We're gonna have to pay for that. Here, go hang out with Ren.
It's Lily.
Who is it? Yeah, just one moment. I'm gonna put a little overcoat on and go open up the door.
Yeah.
Hey, is everything
felt
all
like
right?
earlier today I feel like you were trying to tell me something. I was distracted with Adira.
Oh no, yeah, that's totally understandable. Do you want to come in for a minute, or is Adira in her room?
I mean,
in your room by herself?
She's just getting ready to go to sleep. It's fine.
I'm in the room, like,
I'm gonna run up to Lily and like
I'm in
hug her
the
leg.
room alone, like, sitting on the bed, staring at the wall, just panicking internally, and just like, oh my god, I'm so dead. I'm in so much trouble.
Do I see an open door besides ours, or are all of them closed?
You're not on the same floor. You three
No?
are in
Okay.
a family-based room, so you're the room on the second floor. Everyone else is on the third floor.
Oh,
Okay, then I'm
hello,
just hugging Lily's leg, staring up at her.
Sorry about that. She can get a little attached. Come about this? Let's go on a walk real quick. Ren, are you alright? Hold on to Coco here for a minute.
Yeah, I'm trying to organize my spells right now. It's hard work.
Oh yeah, of
He's
course
not
it is.
organizing his spells. He's just throwing
my.
things around. It's chaos.
You've been in the room
Randy's
for all of 10
predisposed.
minutes. You've been in the room for all of 10 minutes, and Lola, it already looks like a total
Everywhere.
mess.
Papers. Yeah, I
You know that most children are not neat, but Lola, you probably have the messiest son in the history of sons.
I'll take a walk.
Yes.
Kids. All right. Well,
Lily's like
I'm
getting
gonna
out of this mess.
I'm gonna reach down and scoop Coco up and go set Coco on Ren's shoulder. Say, all right, now hang out.
I'm
right
gonna
here with
reach
your
into my
brother.
diaper and pull out the plate and like reflect the light on it. Like, see, look what I have.
Look at that. That is lovely. We're gonna, you know what? How about you sit here with Ram for a little bit and figure out maybe if you want that to mean something. And I'm gonna turn to Lily and say, you know how Coco, she'll like throw some salt
Yeah.
or something every so often. She's got items that she uses to communicate with us because she's a little verbally challenged. But it works with our family, so
If it works.
Well, how about that walk? Let's head out.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm gonna start showing Ren my plate.
So you start showing Ren your plate. Ren's got a mess of things everywhere, and we're gonna follow Lola and Lily as they walk down the hallway.
So
yeah. So it was so weird what happened. And you're the only other parent here, so I figured I should probably ask you about it. But have you ever had a moment, and I don't know if you've often encountered, things like people attacking you out of nowhere, but have you ever encountered something where one of your kids got hurt and you just completely lost yourself trying to get to them? Like when I saw Ren got hurt, I couldn't control myself. There was only one thing I felt like I could do, and it was help Ren. Like that was the only thing on my mind. There was nothing else. And I've never felt anything like that before.
I'm not sure. There was a time, at this point, I think 2 years ago, when I was camping with Adira, and she got attacked, and we were kind of in the middle of nowhere, so there wasn't exactly anyone who could help, and I had to take her back to town. And I guess it's no secret now that the thing that attacked her was a were-raven, and I wasn't able to get her back in time to, I guess, reverse the bite, so it ended up turning her into another were-raven. I don't know that I lost control or anything, but I was out definitely terrified.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels like I've lost a sense of free will. This is all I'm dedicating my life to right now.
I think I understand a loss of free will. I think that's kind of the terms and conditions of being a mother.
Yeah.
It's less about your needs and yourself and more about your children. They seem wonderful.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are, and I would do anything for them. I don't know what I would do without them,
I get that. Do you do you ever have like problems where like you try to do the right thing and they don't listen?
Oh yeah, of course, all the time. But I mean,
How
that's
how do you how do you fix that when they just can't see what they did wrong?
well. I try to look at it from their perspective. I mean, our kids they're growing up in a different world in a different way than we grew up. Although I don't really remember how I grew up, but they don't. They're experiencing things for the first time. They're learning as they go, and it's a big, scary world out there. So I try to see it from Ren and Coco's perspective before I say anything.
That that makes sense.
Are you trying to figure out what to do with Adira?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think I might have messed up.
Well, you're not the only one.
What?
You're not the only one to mess up ever, and I mean, we're not perfect, you know.
You know, I had her uh, when I was 16.
Wow, that's young.
What?
That's young.
Yeah, I thought I was kind of hiding it a little bit, but I guess she found out.
Yeah. So, and I don't mean to be overstepping, but where's her father in all this?
Um, it's very complicated. There never really was a father. Um, I guess since we're sharing stuff,
Mm.
She's either
she
the Virgin Mary or a slut.
I at some point there was um, a deity that kind of I guess had a liking towards me, and I ended up with a child. Um, so there's not really
Immaculate
a
conception.
father.
That's understandable. I don't know either Ren or Coco's fathers.
What? Can you
I
repeat?
I don't know either Ren or Coco's fathers, so it's understandable.
Yeah. How did you? Is how did you happen upon them?
Well, Ren kind of found me actually. It was several years ago. Um, I don't I don't really remember. I don't remember what happened before, but I was there in the junkyard, and Ren and we ran into each other, and we were a team, and we found Coco and became a family.
That's that's odd.
Yeah, I don't really before I met Ren, I'm sorry, I have a bit of a headache now. Um, I don't really remember anything to be honest before I met Ren.
Can you repeat?
I I have got a bit of a headache right now. I'm sorry, but I actually don't remember anything from before I met Ren. If I'm being entirely honest with you.
Oh, oh, jeez. Uh, Well, maybe you should go to bed if you have a headache.
Yeah,
It's
you know,
been
I
a long
think
day.
yeah, it's been a long day. I'm sure our room is absolutely a little bit of a mess right now, so I'm probably gonna do a little bit of cleaning. You've gotta, I'm sure, have a conversation with Adira, so I'm gonna head back.
Yeah, I guess we're both waiting for our own messes.
Oh, absolutely. All right, well, you guys have a good
Okay.
night. We'll see y'all in the morning.
You too. I hope you feel better
Yeah,
tomorrow.
thank you so much.
And Team Mom, having become Team Mom for the first time, departs for their individual rooms. We're gonna cut over to Bo and Kai. Are you two doing anything?
Yes. I'll just after getting situated, I'm just gonna go over to Kai and how did it feel for the first time?
It was
Sex.
amazing. I've never done anything like that before, and it was like, I don't know, there's a whole nother me
It
right there, and it was incredible.
looked at
How's your face?
it's hurts, but it'll be fine. Hopefully, it's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced worse.
Yeah.
But your echo looked exactly like you. Maybe a couple stray hairs, but that's pretty good for a first time.
And when he says that, I'm gonna make another echo and try to fix it.
This
He's like,
echo is not as pristine as the one you cast earlier, because this echo is a little more of like a casual casting, so it's a little blurrier around the sides, and the features are a little less defined.
That was supposed to look a little better.
Can't have a perfect one every time. Just takes more practice.
Yeah.
But when
I'll turn the echo off.
when we get back to the school, you'll be top of the class. I know you will.
Mm-hmm. Yes, when we get back to the school.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry. I'm sure this Vannersome guy I'm sure he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, hopefully that other guy working at the tea shop did not give me a lot of confidence in them. So I am a little nervous for tomorrow, but I hope we can. I hope we learn something really good, because it's about time we actually learn something about this.
You said you said that sandwich was named after you.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I was talking about a different tea shop.
Let's be honest here. We both know that you weren't. So why were you saying that in front of them? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I'm just curious.
I don't know. It just kind of came out of my mouth. I don't know why it's such a big deal to everyone.
No, it's not a big deal. I'm just curious.
I mean, it's just a sentence.
All right.
That's all.
All right, I won't push the topic. And, shoot, I had a train of thought and then it went away.
Oh no.
Every day.
It's like, oh no, I
So
remember.
as Kai sees a literal train leaving Bo's ears.
No, I remember. I just need to make sure I know exactly what it says.
I grabbed the train and put it back in your ear.
Kai's just going, trying to stuff the train back into Bo's ear.
I pull out that note that I got from that guy or that lady we fought and knocked unconscious that has the address on it, and I show it to Kai. You know, those people that jumped us earlier. One of them had this on them. I don't know where this leads. It's somewhere in the city, but it has a name on it, Alasia. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that name rings a bell to you.
That name does not ring a bell to me, correct?
There is no reason it rings a bell to you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that name is not really doing anything for me. I'm sure maybe one day we should definitely go and track down these people, but right now I want to focus on the tea shop.
Yeah, I just
anything we can do
wanted to check with you
to get the tower.
another day.
Yes, another day. And we'll kick some butt. If you got to excuse me, I am really tired and I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Manifesting
Well, so the
also
two of you go
echoes
to
actually
bed.
made me really tired.
The two of you go to bed. We're gonna cut over now. Lily, you return to your room where you see Adira sitting. I'm assuming still sitting on the bed. Adira, are you doing anything when you hear the
I
door
think
open?
at this point I've like gotten ready for bed, and I've pulled out the journal that I brought along with me, and I'm writing like, I better really enjoy this trip because I think once I get home, I'm grounded for the rest of my life.
So at the rate you're going in this journal, you just started it, like literally on this trip. At the rate you're going, you're gonna need to buy a new journal within the next like 2 days.
I write like I'm running out of time.
Yes. As Lily, as you walk in on our resident Alexander Hamilton, what do you do?
Today was quite the day.
Yeah, it was.
Don't remember it.
How do you feel about the idea that there's things we didn't know about Grandma?
Surprised, intrigued. I mean, I obviously never knew her like you did, so for me, it's almost like, hey, here's more information about Grandma, rather than, hey, I didn't know this about my mother. You know? How do you feel about learning this stuff about your mom?
I'll believe it when I see it, I guess. I feel like I knew her so well. I don't feel like there's things that she would have kept from me.
I'm sorry that I snuck along. But
I appreciate that. I should also apologize. I thought I was doing the right thing, trying to have you stay home. Last night, you mentioned a number.
yeah.
I guess the salt's out of the lemur's diaper.
I laugh
Yeah.
beside myself. Like, Adira laughs. Even if she tries not to, she can't help
Lily, this is the biggest smile you've seen on Adira's face in a while.
I was 16 when I had you. 29 now. I didn't really know if I wanted you to know that. It's awful young and I wanted you to have a more picturesque version of your mom.
Mom, if there's anything picturesque about my life, it's you. I only brought it up because I was mad and hurt. Because
I'm gonna hug her.
I'll hug my mom back. I just...
For two people who are entirely polar opposites, one who is all pastel, the other who is all like black clothing, you share a very wholesome hug.
I didn't want to be left behind. Because I know it's probably safer for me at home, but you're all that I have, and you're all that I know. And I needed to be with you. Besides, those two guys are worthless in combat. Did you see them? The one got knocked out halfway through, the other one was trying to make a duplicate of himself. Mom, Lola is amazing and can hold her own, but she's got 2 kids to take care of, and that leaves you with 2 dumbasses. So I gotta be here.
I guess we're really holding this group together. Well, let's make a deal that we do this trip together. I listen to you, you listen to me, and
she's absolutely right. Nothing she said was wrong.
if we find some more stuff about your grandma, that's cool. If we turn on the tower, even better. But we do it together.
I like that idea. Yeah, we do it together.
And so you two share this incredibly wholesome moment, this incredibly wholesome conversation. As you do, Emily makes enemies with every single player along the way, having just insulted almost everyone.
I complimented Lola. She's great, but she's got 2 kids. She can't take care of Lily.
Anyway, we're going to end the night with one lasting memory. Lola, you walk back into your room, and there is one thought that crosses your mind, which is, if you don't get this mess that your kids made cleaned up right now, you are paying double tomorrow when you check out. And with that, Lily, Adira, Bo, Kai, Ren, Coco all go to sleep. Lola is left to clean the entire room for a few hours before finally going to sleep herself. And everyone may take a long rest. Yes, hours. It is a lemur and a 12-year-old boy. Yes, hours.
Wait, do I get a long rest?
I like to think that Ren just fell asleep, like using his notes as a pillow on the floor.
Oh my god. Coco's curled up with her jug.
There is a smudge on one of the spells in your notes. So from now on, you don't have a spell that says burning hands. You have burning and
Now any body part can burn.
And you all can take a long rest. the next morning, most of you wake up pretty bright and early. It has been a short night for most of you, given the fact that you have some stuff to do today. Right off the bat, I need Adira and Bo to both make D20 rolls for me.
Oh, for a second I was like, wait, why?
What better this time, you
No, I
guys? Oh my god.
We're
Just
good.
tell me if you
Did
pass
I wake
or
up before
You don't need
my
to tell me the
mom?
number. You guys just need to tell me pass or fail.
Pass.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I failed. I got a 3.
Emily? Emily? This is your second sleep of the campaign. You have failed
2 for 2.
both times.
I don't know. The dice won it. The dice have spoken.
It's consistency.
So
The dice proclaim chaos.
now I have to pull up the one thing I didn't think I would need
I'm
pulled up.
sorry.
Which
Listen,
I
now
have to-
next time, if you have it pulled up, I won't
I
fail. So pull it up next time, and then you won't need it.
next time I'm gonna have it pulled up from the start. Next time I'm gonna have it pulled up from the start. Because God knows that you are apparently incapable of not having a restless sleep.
It's just the way.
All right, I'm gonna roll. This is the way. I'm
This
gonna
is the
roll
way.
a D100. Okay.
What disaster has befallen me this
You wake up this morning, just like 30 seconds before your mother, and you see sparks flying from you through the air. As they fly through the air, you see a spark fly up and go straight down and hit you and seem to be absorbed into you. Another spark, fly everywhere. One hits the TV, one hits the bathroom door, one hits Lola in the forehead and absorbs into her head. Lola, you immediately wake up with a
You mean
jolt,
Lily.
having felt that, and you see the sparks continuing to... Lily, yes, Lily. Lily, it hits Lily, you in the head, and absorbs into you. You wake up with a jolt, you see sparks flying, and it's not seeming to stop at the moment.
Mom.
I'm going to say because it is the early morning and you are experienced with your daughter in this specific moment, because you are right here to already handle it, you can do the channel. You can use your channel divinity to subdue this effect without using the use of it, without expending your use of it.
Oh. Okay, I'll just use my magic and get rid of it. It's fine, it's
So-
fine, it's fine.
You
It's
use
fine.
the magic and the sparks subside. Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. 16?
So you kind of feel the effects of the sparks. You can tell one hit you. You feel the effects of the spark that hit you kind of start to settle into you. And as you do so, I need to take out a bunch of dice. Turns out there is rolling involved in this one.
If I damage my
As you
mother,
do
Not a bunch of dice.
I don't like
That's-
that.
Calm down with that bunch of dice.
You have this feeling that whatever this magic was, you feel like you don't drink, but like you feel like even if you had any alcohol, for the next 18 days, the effects just would not impact you.
Oh.
And like at all. Like you cannot physically get inebriated whatsoever from alcohol for the next 18
As
days.
if she even drinks.
Awesome.
Your poor liver.
And even though she's 13 and definitely not drinking, you can sense that this is the same thing for your daughter, even though she's 13 and not drinking.
I feel kind of good.
It seems like this time it was actually more helpful than it was less helpful. Maybe you should have had the sparks keep going until you saw the rest of the group or something.
Well, this was better
Well,
than
no,
the
only for
breeze,
us.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, let's go see what the rest of the group are up to.
So,
yeah, I'll
you
get
all
my stuff
wind up
ready
meeting.
and go.
You all wind up meeting in the lobby that morning. Lola, you're able to wake up and then wake up your kids to 5 more minutes.
Did I
don't wanna
wake
get
up before
yet.
Lola?
But not really. They probably are both. Coco's already probably wide awake. Lola or Ren probably.
Can I
gets
have
up,
gone
like,
through the drawers?
Gets up as soon as you wake up. You what?
Can I go through the
Sure.
drawers in the room?
Yeah, this is a hotel room, so they're almost entirely empty. You do find one book in the night table drawer, and it is the Tome of Seism.
I'll shove it in my diaper.
It is the holy book of the religion of Seism. You now have the Tome of Seism, the most popular language around the world, and also one of the most controversial languages around the world, shoved into your diaper.
Can I check the bathroom too?
Yeah. The bathroom is empty except for the toilet paper roll that is on the toilet paper holder.
Is there any like towels?
There are towels like on that like shelf thing in the shower.
I'm gonna steal a towel.
Cool. Steal a towel.
Shove it in my diaper.
All right. You
That's
in your
all.
diaper, and Lola, you wake up. Bo, Kai, you wake up, and you all meet in the lobby. It is like the sun has just risen. It is rising in the morning sky. What are you all up to at this point?
The worker last night said that our man probably wouldn't be back until the afternoon.
About midday.
Do we think we're gonna need to stay another night at all? Because I'm gonna be broke if we do that.
Depends if we can get the right information, I guess.
Kai, give me a history check.
Okay. Oh, this one is not as good. This is a 10.
You do know one place you all can make some money if need be.
I know a place that we can make some money if we need to.
You know exactly
it's
where it is.
Okay. Yeah, there's a place where you can go and you basically help out deliver packages. And yeah, it's the postal type service place. Bo and I did that once, and it was a good time.
How much did you get paid?
How much did we get paid, Alec?
You guys get paid. I don't know if I ever gave you the correct number, but you guys got paid a total of, for that specific delivery, you guys got paid about 100 gold each.
What?
We both got paid about 100 gold each.
Oh.
But that is also
Yeah, so,
partly
I mean-
because you guys were doing a long trip, partly.
Yeah.
If
We
you had
did a
been going
really
to,
long
like-
trip though.
But like not that, like you guys did like a long trip as in like a rural surrounding of Falun. If you had gone all the way across the country, probably would have been like 400 gold.
Ooh.
Something in the city is probably like 50 gold per package.
We do.
Yeah, so you could probably go ahead.
I was gonna say, we do also have a lemur with a magic diaper. Set up a stand, charge people to see the magic lemur.
I love that. I think
I'm
that is a
sitting there
very
picking
good
my nose and
idea.
eating it.
See, look at that. That's just amazing right there, right?
We get Ren to do some Sparky Sparks. I'll play some tunes and we'll make some money.
I can play mom's flute. Or my mom. I can play her flute.
Do
I
you
have
know
it.
any songs by Fallout Boy?
No.
Tabaxi Riot?
I know this one. I don't play like a flute thing, but it's like very bad. It's like hot cross buns, but it's like squeaky.
So it's not really hot cross buns so much as it is hot cross buns. And it's just absolutely mediocre.
I jump up to Lily's shoulder and take it, and look
No,
at her in
please.
her eyes.
I need that.
This is the first time when you take an item, Coco, that you see a look of almost desperation in the person's eyes. Like this equals important, like your jug almost.
That's my mother's.
I kind of like slip it into her overalls, like next to the strap, like away from her face.
Coco,
Okay.
Remember, we don't steal from people. We only steal from certain people.
Hey, that's an even better idea. We
So
just
Coco takes the...
send Coco to steal money from people.
I don't like that
Coco-
idea. I think that's crossing the line.
Coco takes the flute and puts it in the non-existent overalls of holding that aren't actually overalls of holding. As you guys are debating
I'll move
this.
them into a pocket. Well, I mean, if we have, I guess we could. I mean, I really want to do what we're here to do and go to the tea shop. And then if we have to stay longer, then we'll figure that out. But I'm okay just kind of hanging in the tea shop until he gets back.
Is there like a continental breakfast at this restaurant or at this hotel or?
No, it's with the tower shutting down and the depression having hit, people can't afford to pay for the food that they would be required to buy to have a continental breakfast.
Is there any food in the lobby like at all?
No.
We can get some breakfast while we wait.
We do not need to do that at the tea shop.
I'm gonna look up at Lola with a little twinkle in my eye, reach into my diaper.
Anyone here who is... It's one of those slow standoffs where Lola's like, Coco, no. And Coco's just slowly taking out a handful of salt and slowly raising it.
Coco, put that down and we'll get breakfast. If you put that down, put it back. We'll get food.
I put it back in my diaper, but I have my eye on you.
Why don't we go check out...
You guys hear a voice from behind the counter go, you guys hear a voice from behind you go, if you need a good breakfast recommendation, I got one for you.
I hop up, and is there a bell on the desk?
There is.
I start hitting it.
You just hear ding, 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 and immediately you see Mads, who is behind the counter again, swipe this bell and chuck it behind the curtain into the back room. And you guys just hear ding,
I'm gonna
crash,
jump
bang.
after it.
You just hear that ding,
I'm gonna
crash,
jump
bang,
after
as
it. Can I try and jump after it?
You can. You have to make an acrobatics check. Opposed. I'm not going to tell you
Bet.
why it's opposed.
All right. 23.
You jump after it, and you make it over the desk, the counter, no problem. But Mads sweeps in front of the curtain and immediately is able to block you from getting in. And Mads looks over at Kai and Bo and goes, I'm talking about the place where I met you guys and told you about Miss Rhea.
You're the one who told them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my bell and start hitting him in the shin with it.
I have a friend, a classmate of ours actually, who was studying the tower and the history of the tower, and came across some information about a descendant of one of the engineers. Couldn't find out which engineer, but all they knew is the name Maria Burke was involved. So I thought I would tell the gang.
As he's saying this, I've pulled out my bow and I'm hitting him in the shin with it.
He looks over at you. He looks over at you, Lola, and remembering what the night before, goes, "Ma'am, please control your cocoa, or we're gonna have a problem in here, because this is painful, and I have a weak shin."
Get back over here, Coco. Coco, if you want food, you gotta stop doing that. Come here.
I have a trick.
I look at him, hit him in the foot one more time, and then I jump back to my mom.
He looks at you and goes, "Thank God, I have a trick knee. If he got there, that would have been a huge problem." I appreciate it,
I just kind of look back at him and smile.
And he goes, "I appreciate it, ma'am."
So sorry about that. She's just getting a little hangry. We should probably get heading out right now.
Who was this friend of yours that was doing the research?
Oh.
I'm asking the
You're asking
concierge.
Yeah.
We have a friend from school. He I believe he studied lunamancy. Might have been echomancy. I don't know. You would know if he was in your class. No, he wasn't in echomancy. That's mine. That was what I did. He might have studied chronomancy with you, Bo. You might know if he did or not. Named Visel after the god of the Aloha Olo pantheon. He was doing all that research. He's still in VL, but yeah, he doing the research. He found nothing useful. It was all just the history of the tower before it shut down, and then there was
we met Visel.
that one statement. You did? You met Visel?
Yeah. Ren, Coco, and I, back when we were in we had a brief conversation. That's how we ended up with this group of people.
Huh. Small world. Yeah. Nice guy. Runs his
I
mouth
pull out my
sometimes.
purple hourglass and shove it in Lola's face.
And, all right. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Ren, here is 25 gold. Don't spend it all in one place. I know you need spell components. All right. Make sure you spend it wisely, and you don't have to spend all of it. All right.
Ren, that is 5 times the amount you have. That is 5 times the amount you've ever received before. I think there's a moment where Ren's not quite sure what to do with it.
Yeah, he's like, what is this?
I'm gonna take one of the gold and
More
start
than
to chew on
usual,
it.
because we're in some unusual circumstances right now. All right.
Okay.
And you've
Don't
got.
spend it all in one place.
Don't spend it all in one place. All right.
He's just like gonna repeat that on like a mantra.
That's
So
so cute.
you guys said you were going to deliver the packages to that place so we can make money.
Well,
We already did that another day. It was like a suggestion of where you could go if you wanted to get some money. Do you want someone to watch over Ren? The city can be kind of dangerous. You don't really know what can come out of the corner or that, you know?
Lola, make an insight check.
Okay. Oh my god.
Oh,
You
no.
said child with this man I just met. I got a 10. No. My mod's not a +4, it's +2. I got an 8.
You get the feeling there's something deterring Kai from the storage or the shipping facility, but it's not like, it's like more like a personal thing. Something's just deterring Kai, but you're not sure what it is. But
Well, I mean, if you've got a problem with going there, I gotta make money so I can get food and things for my kids. So if you wanna, you know what, you can hang out with Ren and Coco for the Coco. Here, I'll pop over. And here, take
Bo,
15
this is
gold,
happening.
and I'll go make us some money so that we can maybe stay another night. get some food, something.
Yeah, I would
As this
be
conversation's happening,
from-
you have a brief image of Doris pop into your head. The woman from the shipping facility who Kai accidentally crossed.
Yeah, I'll
Cool.
come along with you.
yeah,
I
I'll be
jumped
glad to
from-
watch
Oh,
her
nice.
kids.
All right, and take that
So,
15 gold.
Kai-
If Coco gets some, just a snack or something, will be fine. It'll be great. It'll be all right. We'll be back later.
Cool. So Kai's gonna go with Ren and Coco. Lola and Bo are going in another direction. Adira and Lily, what are you up to? What are you two doing? Where are you going?
Are we all gonna meet back up to go to the tea shop, or is that something that you just want us to do?
Should we all just
Well, you
plan
can...
to meet at the tea shop at, 1?
Yeah, it looks like we'll probably have enough time to get everything we need done.
Okay.
Up around 1. Unless you want to come with us, and then we can, Adira, you can join Rand and Coco and Kai.
What do you think, Mom? What do you want to do?
I kind of think it would be best if we make sure to get some extra money.
Did they hire a 13-year-old?
More hands, more money.
Because I'm sure you're capable
What are the
enough.
child labor laws?
I don't know. Do we know anything about the labor law here?
Hey, yeah, what are the labor laws in Falun?
So, according to Child Labor Code 1-68, no. So, there are some kind of strict child labor laws, but delivering a package, as long as there is parent accompaniment, like doing one-off package shipments, as long as there's parent accompaniment, is usually okay, as long as the parent signs a permission waiver, and the parent is the one who receives the funds, not the child.
The parent has to sign a liability waiver.
Can I pull
Yeah,
Lily
I mean-
aside quick? Just be like, Mom.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I wanna make money with you because we need money. But I
need
also
money.
don't
I mean,
know how
I don't know if-
reliable Kai, Ren, and Coco are as a group. I mean, Kai isn't exactly the most, adult figure.
Not at
And,
all.
he's talking about danger in the city. I feel like they might need me. What do you think?
You're welcome to go. Either way, it might just, I don't know, it might just be you following me around if you were to come with us.
Alright, then I'll go with Kai and Ren and Coco.
Take just 10 gold, just in case you see something nice that you want to get since we're not home.
Okay, thanks, Mom.
A souvenir keychain.
I'll go over and say, Ren, let's go get you some spell components, huh?
Yeah. He's excited.
All right, and you
Overly excited.
two groups head your separate ways as you leave the lodge, and as you leave the lodge and head off to do your morning routines or activities, we're gonna take a break.
Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying episode 3 of Race for Rivaryn. Now I don't know about you, but one of my favorite parts of D&D is character creation. I love figuring out my character's personality, the way they move, the way they act, how they interact with other players, and of course, the way they look. That is why this week's non-sponsored shout-out goes to our incredible character illustrator, Callie L., otherwise known as Bubbly Ernie on Instagram. Callie is an aspiring artist, a student illustrator, and just overall a wonderful person. She really took the time to chat with each of us players to figure out what we wanted in our characters, listen to our feedback, and was able to take the materials that we gave her, which a lot of the time is just descriptions of what we're visualizing, and bring our characters to life in just absolutely wonderful, beautiful ways. If you check out her Instagram, again, that's @BubblyErnie, you can find links to her website, her portfolio, her other social medias, and on her Instagram and her other platforms, you will see all of the incredible artwork she has created. She is insanely talented. Go give her some love, because we are very appreciative of everything that she's done for us and for bringing our characters to life. That is this week's non-sponsored shout out. Now back to the episode.
All right. So, we are back. We're going to get started with the group who is off adventuring for spell components. Kai, Ren, Coco, Adira, you all head off looking for spell components for Ren. Where are you headed? Are you looking for something specific, or just kind of in general looking for random stuff?
Well, yeah, I'm always looking for random stuff. I just looked through my spell components, and honestly, not a lot of them require components. There are only 2 that I thought I might need.
But that
What
being
are
said, I would
load
assume you have a lot of
stones?
components in your bag anyway, just in case, because your bag is a mess.
Yeah. What are
Cool.
lodestones? I need 2 of them for my mending cantrip.
They are like these small
What do I have?
stones that are hard to explain. They're like, I think they're pretty smooth.
Do I have those? Would I have those?
You don't at the moment.
Okay, then I'm going to acquire some of those.
Cool. Kai, can you please give me a history check?
Okay, stop asking me to do those because they're getting worse and worse. This one is a 7.
You don't know where to get good items for spell casting, but you do know that the Copper Spring Market has ice cream.
Ice cream. I know where you guys can get some ice cream if you want some ice cream. Maybe they have some lodestones. Maybe they also serve as toppings. I don't. The way you guys are looking at me, I don't really think that that's a thing. So, yeah, just
I look
I
at
like ice cream.
do you
I just
want
kind of
some?
look up at Adira like help.
I always want ice
Adira,
cream.
I
We
give
can go get ice
Coco.
cream.
Okay, sure. Yeah, well,
I feel you.
I'm gonna jump up on her shoulder and just kind of like
Can I,
perch there.
Like scratch behind
Like I'm your
Coco's ear?
backup.
Okay.
Can you? Sure.
Oh no.
Like,
Cool. So you guys kind of head off towards the Copper Spring Market. You make it to this market. It's kind of large. It is the premier market of the area. There's 4 different ice cream stands stationed at the north, south, east, and west points of the market. There's a lot of fruits and veggies. There is a small section that's like an antiques and magic section. And you guys arrive on the east side, or the west rather, side of the market.
We're gonna get some ice cream. I'm gonna get some ice cream.
yeah, I'll buy everyone who wants ice cream.
What kind of ice cream do they have?
They have a lot of ice cream. I'll go up to the vendor.
The guy so the vendor at the west the vendor at the west ice cream location, or the south one is the nearest one to you. The vendor at the south ice cream location is an old large man named Oli. You only know this because he gave you ice cream last time you were here, Kai.
Okay.
And it also says it on his name tag. He goes, well, look at menu. We have chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, raspberry, Rocky Road, Moose Tracks. And he just keeps going down the list. Cookie dough, mint chocolate chip. And he
Okay,
just
we
keeps
got it,
going
we
and
got it.
going. Soft
We got it, we're
chocolate,
good. We're
soft
good.
vanilla, soft twist, hard twist, kitchen sink.
Kitchen. Wait, did you just say kitchen sink?
Yes. Yes, kitchen sink. We have Dottie and Jerry's famous from all the way out in VL. And he just keeps listing ice cream flavors.
What sounds good to...
For those of you watching at home, the Dottie and Jerry's brand is akin to Ben and Jerry's in the real world.
Yeah, sure.
What sounds good to you guys?
Oh god.
I just really want some vanilla. Vanilla's my favorite flavor.
We got hard vanilla, soft vanilla, medium vanilla.
Okay.
Do not get the medium vanilla. It is all soupy.
I guess soft vanilla?
The
Isn't
one
all
is
ice
like
cream soft?
from the machine, and it comes out in a swirl, and the other one is like roll. Like scoop.
Oh.
So you want the hard
I don't like that
vanilla.
one as much.
Yeah.
I want the hard one. Yeah.
I patiently
Okay, so one hard
explain the
vanilla.
difference
Hard vanilla.
between soft and
Puts it on a
ice.
cone.
I'll take cookie dough.
What did you do today?
I'll get
So he
the...
sticks out a cone with hard vanilla. he which is more of a French vanilla, but it's the same thing really. He takes a scoop of cookie dough, puts it on a cone, and hands it out to you, and he looks at Coco and goes, "We have animal friendly soft vanilla, animal friendly hard vanilla, animal friendly medium vanilla, animal friendly not vanilla." Which it's not vanilla, but it's not any other flavor. I do not know what it is. I just get it from the supplier. And he just keeps going.
I'm blankly staring at him, and I just kind of like reach into my diaper and pull out like part of the towel and just kind of like pet it, and then shove it back in my diaper and stare at him.
And he looks at you, and and before anyone can say anything, he looks at you and goes, "I see. Soft vanilla." And he makes a cup of soft vanilla and holds it out for Coco.
I kind of back up a little bit and like look at Adira like,
And he goes, "That is what you asked for, no? I have lemur at home. This is what lemur like."
Oh. Is that what you were asking for, Coco? She'll take it. I'll take the ice cream.
If any adults other than Kai were here, this would probably be a much weirder exchange. It's only because it's kids and Kai and Coco that it's normal. And he looks at you, Kai, and goes, "Now, what do you like? I've seen you before. You got Napolitan." And he pronounces Neapolitan really wrong. And that's not even what you got last time you were here. That's not even what you got.
I'll just say, you got it, and I'll do another one of those, please.
What are all
Right. He takes a scoop and just scoops 3 random flavors and puts them on. So it's like 1 Rocky Road, 1 mint chocolate chip, and like 1 like cinnamon swirl. And they're not even real like Neapolitan flavors. And he shoves the cone in your face and goes, "Here you go."
Why are all the food and beverage people
thank
in
you.
this city so
I mean, he didn't say which Neapolitan.
That is
Maybe the food smells.
that is 11
That's what they're
gold.
bringing.
Uh,
Yes, I got
it
you.
is 11 gold. 4
Oh.
for each cone and 3 for a monkey.
I'll pay it. Money.
Cool. So you pay the 11 gold.
You're welcome.
And you leave the ice cream stand. You guys walk like down that strip as you are having your ice cream, and you enter the magic section. Ren, I need you to make an investigation or perception check, your
Yes.
choice, to look at the ice creams available to you.
Wait, ice creams?
Not ice creams. Yes, you're getting more ice cream. No,
Okay.
the magic stuff available to you.
You said investigation or perception?
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely investigation. Ooh, 18.
So you're walking around, You do find a stand that has magic items, and you find, like, small boxes that have, like, 2 lodestones each that are, like, $5 a box. And you also find another stand that has a bunch of magic items on it, and one of them is, one of these magic item stands is, it says on it, there's a little shelf thing that has a bunch of mysteriously wrapped scrolls, and it says spells. It says spells 3 for $20 gold. And it's like mystery spells. Try your luck. 3 for 20 gold.
Man, Lola told me
All the other spells are much more expensive and comes in like. All the other spells are much more expensive and come in like $5, $10, $15 packs.
I'll split it with you.
You say that out loud, and for that.
Well, I have the gold for it. Lola gave me 25 gold, and then I have 5 gold, which is my own allowance money. But you need those lodestones, and I want new spells. I like new spells.
Can I jump off of Adira's shoulder and, like, look at the stones?
You said for 2 of them it was
Well, they're in
gold?
these, like, wrapped. Yeah, they're in these, like, wrapped boxes, so you can't really take them out because they're, like, wrapped in, like, they're, like, small boxes, like, this big. They're wrapped in some kind of, like, saran wrap.
I'm gonna pick one up.
One of the boxes?
Yeah.
Oh, be careful. with
Um,
that.
The woman behind the counter looks at you and goes, "You best be careful with that. Those are expensive to acquire, and if you drop those, you're paying double."
I'm gonna kind of look at it.
And completely talks to Coco like Coco is a human who can understand.
I'm gonna, like, inspect it and then, like, hand it to her.
She takes it and then puts it back where it was and goes, "Thank you."
And then I'm gonna pick up 2 of them and hand it to her.
She just takes them and puts them down and
Okay,
goes,
Coco,
"Whose
let's
lemur is
go.
this?"
And I'm gonna pick up 3 of
Coco,
them
please.
and hand them to
Please,
her.
Coco, please, I can't. Please. I'm gonna step. Is Coco still on my shoulder, or did she hop off?
I'm on the table.
Okay. Can I, like, offer Coco my arm and say, "Coco, let's go check out. There might be some, like, crystals or something over here. I don't know. I'm gonna go look."
As I was, like, handing her all these with my tail, can I try and grab a box and shove it into my diaper?
Coco.
You totally
Coco's
can.
gonna
You can
get
make a
us
stealth
kicked out
check.
of Falun.
That's a 21.
A 21 doesn't beat a 23. You go very stealthily. Under any normal circumstance, you are able to take care of this. But this woman, before you can get it to your diaper, immediately snatches it, picks you up by the scruff, and goes, "Take the lemur now and get away from my stand." Really angrily.
I will grab Coco
That
and
was spicy.
say, "Ren, if you want to get those stones, get them now. I'm waiting outside with Coco."
I think I am going to buy.
The woman looks over at you and goes, "You associated with that lemur?"
No, I've never seen that movie in my life.
Kai's
gonna
gonna
pull
like
my
give like a little
plate out
thumb,
of my
like a
diaper.
little
Roll-
that sign to Ren. Kai's gonna be
Roll
like,
a deception check. Roll a deception check, Ren.
As we're walking,
I don't even know what a lemur is.
Roll deception.
no.
A shirt.
The woman looks at you and goes... The woman looks at you. It's very clear she knows you're not. You are associated with the lemur, but she looks at you and goes, "Make it quick."
Hi, I just want to buy a box of those lodestones, please, and these spells. This bundle of spells right here. I'm just gonna like push 25 gold. towards
All right.
which is all of
She
my
takes the box of
gold.
lodestones, puts them in front of you. Coincidentally, it's the very box that she had snatched out of Coco's tail. puts it in front of you, grabs the spell trio you pointed to, puts it in front of you, and goes, 25.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye. And I'm gonna run
Cool.
away.
So you pay for them, and you guys bolt. We're gonna cross the city now to the storage facility. Storage facility? No, to the shipping facility. We're entering the main area. Are Lily, Bo, and Lola. You guys walk up to this like reception desk where there's a woman with like a very curled perm, cat's eye glasses with rhinestones on them, long red acrylic nails. She seems to be like chewing gum or something, and she's like typing on a scrying tablet, and she's typing, she has the phone to her ear, and she goes, I know, I told her yesterday, but did she listen to me? No. And she looks up, lowers her glasses, and spots Bo and goes, you again? Is your friend coming with you or not?
Not this time, no.
Good. He was a looky-loo. He wanted to get inside the boxes. I'm not going to let him get anything from here again. Right? How can I help you?
You got any deliveries that have to be?
One second. As soon as you start talking, she goes, 1 second. And she turns to the phone and goes, all right, Donna, I'm going to have to call you back. There are some people here who probably want to take care of deliveries, make some money. Probably the poor people, you know what I mean? She says it under her breath, you can all hear it. And then she goes, I'll call you back later, sweetie. I'll talk to you later. We will get coffee or something, and then we'll talk all about everything that she did, okay? And she goes, bye-bye. And hangs up the phone, looks at you, goes, all right, what can I do for you?
We're looking to make some deliveries if you got any.
Right. Give me a second. And she scrolls down her scrying tablet and then goes, right. So we got 3 types of deliveries. We got the deliveries that go across the nation. Those are going to be a lot more money. We got the ones that go to the areas around Falun. Or you can do ones in Falun, but that's only like 50 gold a delivery.
Just in Falun.
Yeah.
All right, in Falun. And that's just the 3 of you?
Yep.
No snarky white-haired boys who want to look in packages?
No, ma'am.
All right. Give me a second. And she types a bunch of information into... All right. Can I get your ID cards, please? I need everyone's ID in order to let you do the deliveries. You guys all have these. These are like standard issue for all adults in Rivaryn. These are just ways of getting paid. Yeah, Lola, you have one too. Just standard ways of getting paid, being able to identify, stuff like that.
Here.
Hand it over.
She takes them, she scans them, she hands them back and goes, all right, give me a second. And she goes to the back and comes back with 3 packages and goes, all right, don't look inside them, don't scratch them, don't do anything bad to them. All you have to do is get them to this address. And she hands a piece of paper to you. Coincidentally, it is the same block as the tea shop, maybe two buildings over. She goes,
Look at that.
and when you're done, we will get a notification from the person who received the package, and you will immediately get 50 transferred into your accounts.
Great, thank you.
Great.
Do you have any questions? Yeah, that's 50 for each of you. 50 per package. You can only do 1 package at a time. It is a federal rule. I don't make the rules. I am just the receptionist. I will say, though, darling, I love your overalls. They are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. You all have fun. Remember, it's a federal crime to look in these packages.
Noted.
All right. And you, and she points to Bo, don't let your friend come back here. I don't like him. He was snarky.
He's not going to be any trouble to you.
All right. But I can see you again. You were nice.
I'll just tip my hat and walk out.
She gives you a kind of uncomfortable wink as you tip your hat. And she goes like, and she does this thing with her mouth where like people do that when they like obviously when they go, and then and you guys walk out with the packages.
Wowee, it looks like you've got someone admiring you.
Yeah. How about that, Bo?
I just look at him like, what? And I walk away.
Well, it's a good thing these packages are really close to the tea shop.
So there's kind of that awkward, like, sure, as the adults walk down the street. It's mom squad, especially considering Bo is functionally Kai's mom at this point.
I hope the
you guys are...
I hope the kids are okay.
What?
I just hope the kids are okay.
At that very moment, Lola, you get an instinctive feeling in the back of your mind like Coco did something wrong. Like Coco may have tried to steal something or something like that.
It'll be alright. I'm sure they're taking care of themselves.
Yeah, they're probably having some
Like,
fun.
let's just get a move on. Maybe we should hurry.
Yeah.
And you guys eventually all meet up around midday outside the tea shop. You've delivered your packages. You have the 50 transferred into each of your accounts. You may add 50 gold to each of your accounts.
Heck yeah, I am.
And the rest of you return from the market and meet up with them. And you are back outside the Third Spoke tea shop, which looks a little more bustling. And as you look down at the people sitting outside at the tea shop, it looks like their food orders are actually normal food orders. Looks like maybe that guy's not on duty anymore.
Well, I hope he's here by now.
I mean, we killed enough time. Let's go see.
So you guys walk in, and a woman greets you in an apron and goes, "Hi, welcome to Third Spoke. How can I help you? Can I get you a table or anything?"
Do we want a table?
We're looking for the owner of the shop. Lily, what was his name?
Ah, yeah, that would be Mr. Aldre Vansom.
Yes.
And you hear a voice from the back of the tea shop go, "Did somebody say my name?" And you see walk out of the back room of the tea shop a really short man with a bald, round head, walking with a cane. He's got white hair. Essentially looks just like Danny DeVito with
I
a
was
cane.
just going to
Just
say
about
that.
to say that.
And the guy walks up. The guy walks up to you guys and slowly, with the cane, with a limp, and goes, "My name is Aldre Vansom," and he holds up a hand to shake Bo's hand because Bo is in the front.
Yeah, shake it.
Like closest to him because Lola was closest to the server. Shakes your hand and goes, "Right, I'm Aldre Vansom. How can I help y'all?" He doesn't have a southern drawl or anything. That's just me doing a bad job at trying to get a certain rasp into his voice.
We're here because you seem to know my mother, and I'll take out the note and give it to him.
He looks at it and he reads it, and I'm going to add more rasp to his voice. He reads it, and he goes, yeah, I remember this girl. She was, Rhea. That's been years since. Like, what has it been? 30, 40 something years? She was very lovely girl. You must be baby Lily.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And he's like, last time I saw you, you weren't even 1 year old yet.
That was a long time ago.
Last time I saw you,
Yeah.
you thought you were
How is your mother doing?
people say.
I got some
I
bad
appear
news.
behind my mother just like when
passed
Bo and
away.
Kai arrived and say, "Rhea's dead."
Adira!
Yes.
With Coco on her shoulder eating an ice cream cone.
Back at Lily and goes, he goes, "Well, I'm really sorry to hear that. She was a lovely, lovely woman, came into my tea shop all the time. She was even a patron here before I even, owned the tea shop. And, she was just such a lovely person. I'm sure she did a wonderful job raising you."
Thank you. We're here actually because, I guess these I'll point to everyone else except for me and Adira. They seem to have some kind of inkling that she was somehow involved in construction of the tower. And you seem to be... I discovered this note yesterday, and you were kind of our only lead.
Right. Well, I know she was very interested in learning about the tower, considering her mother, who she never knew, so I never knew. Her mother was a huge proponent of the tower, but she was never involved in constructing it. She would have had to be really old for that to happen.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't have much information for you. I mean, I could point out that over there, and he points to a table, and an empty table in the corner, and he goes, "That was a favorite table, and that picture on the wall," and there's a picture right behind the table of Audrey and Rhea standing, smiling together. That picture on the wall, maybe could help.
I mean, I'll go take a look.
Something out that her favorite table and the picture.
I'll go take a look.
And as you go over,
and I'll hold the...
You get closer and closer, and you notice that Rhea is holding something in the picture. And as you get even closer, you realize she's holding baby Lily.
Shoot, it's me! I want to take out the necklace that I found yesterday with the sapphire on it. I just kind of look at it and look at the picture.
You see in the picture, she's wearing it in the picture.
Do you know anything about this?
Can't say I do. It looks very pretty. I know your mother used to wear it, but I can't say I know anything about it. Something about the table, maybe, or the wall. She always sat in this spot, and points to the table.
I'll go sit in this spot.
Cool. You sit down at the table. Make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go look at the picture as well.
Kind of look at the table, study the table. Cool. You can make an investigation check on the picture.
It's me as a baby. Okay. Oh, 6.
By the way, is anyone else doing any of this as well?
Can Kai... Oh, go ahead.
If you're making an investigation check, please make a roll, and then I will one at a time go through people. Just tell me no, or if yes, the number and what you checked, the table or the picture. I'm gonna start with Coco.
Yeah, I got a 12.
For the table or the picture?
Table.
Cool. Lily, you said 6?
6 for table.
Ren, did you do one? No. Okay.
17
Adira.
on the picture.
Cool.
8 on the picture.
Kai.
11 on the table.
And Lola.
22 on the table.
Ooh.
Okay. So those of you looking at the picture, kind of look at the picture closely. Rhea looks very happy, genuinely happy in the picture. Baby Lily is adorable. Looks very beautiful. Not like Rhea beautiful, but like a different kind, like a little different. Like there are some similar aspects, but it looks like Rhea gets her, or not Rhea. It looks like Lily gets her looks from some other source. Wrapped in a lovely blue blanket, she has the necklace on, and it has a slight glow to it. Those of you looking at the table, you don't really notice anything of significance aside from Lola. Lola, you're looking at the table, and you knock on the table, and you hear like a hollow knocking sound on one side. And as you look under the table, you find a small latch just under the table, right below the hollow side.
That's odd. I'm gonna get underneath there and try to undo it.
As soon as you unlatch it, a little door plops open, and a slip of paper falls out and kind of like slides to the floor, like a few feet away from you.
Go pick it up and start looking at it.
You look at this paper, and you see what can only be described as a birth certificate. You look at this birth certificate, and you read it. You look at this birth certificate, and you read it, and I'm pulling it up so I can give you details from my end.
I'm looking at it from her shoulder, like I've
So
hopped up, and I'm
you
like
reading this birth certificate.
looking at it too. I can't read, but I'm just there.
It states it has this green board. It has a green border to it. It's got like the certified stamp on the bottom. It says it says certificate of birth, and under name it says Lily Ivy Burke, and then it says was born to, and it says Ria Adira Burke, and then the next line says not applicable. It has more information on it as well, including a date of birth, size, the city, which is Falun, and the specific hospital. I am going to send it to you all in the important documents, or rather in the maps and images. So give me a second to pull it up and send it. As you come across Lily's birth certificate.
Hey, Lily.
Yeah.
And I look at the paper and look back at her, and without saying anything, just offer her the paper.
Oh. It's my birth certificate?
Yeah, it was in that little. It was in the table.
Why is it in a table? At a tea shop.
That's so weird.
Weird place to put that.
Aldre looks at you, Lily, and at the birth certificate and goes, I have been running this tea shop almost every day for the past 30 years, and I have never seen that before.
How
I had
often
no
do
idea
you
that was
clean in
Why
here,
would
sir?
she keep this here?
all the time. But if there's a secret latch under my table, I wouldn't know that.
Would the date stand out to me at all?
No, that's your birthday. The only thing that really stands out to you is something you didn't know before, is 4 Points Hospital. You knew everything else that's on here, but you did not know that was the actual hospital of your birth.
Uh-huh.
Coincidentally enough, it is actually only 3 blocks from you guys.
I mean, I don't know. Do you want to go to the hospital I was born in? I mean,
we don't really have any other leads right now, so
there's a couple names on here. Maybe they're still there.
what's that picture you guys were looking at? And I'm gonna lean over and take a look at it.
It is a picture of... You see the picture of Ria and Aldre, and Ria is holding baby Lily, and she has the necklace on. It doesn't seem like there's anything beyond that. It seems like the picture was more of a memorial thing put up by Aldre than something like the birth
Hey,
certificate.
Ren. You're good at, like, magic stuff, right? Mom,
Yeah, a
would
little
you
bit.
be okay letting Ren check out
Why?
your necklace just to see if there's anything magic about it? I'm just curious.
Sure. I'll give Ren the necklace.
I'm gonna
Ren, do you want to
take it.
make an Arcana
Like,
check?
very, very
You can make an
gingerly
Arcana
pour.
check.
And cast Identify.
Cool.
What's the spell gonna have?
You have Identify, right. So you cast Identify, and you hear a voice in your head that speaks in an interesting accent, and it goes oh, you betcha, I can definitely identify this for you. It goes, well, this amulet is actually from part of 3. It is one of 3. It contains a shard of sapphire that that has traces of powerful divine magic that appears to give more than just simple protection. Anyone wearing this gets +2 to their charisma. And in your head, you have a moment where you're like, +2? What's that? And it goes, you also have advantage on any persuasion rolls you make, or win the favor, or when you're trying to win the favor or support from another creature. And that's also confusing. Persuasion rolls. What is this thing talking about? But that's what you get from it. And then you hear the voice go, well, it's actually one of 3 parts that together make up the full sapphire.
Do I learn what school it is? That's just because I'm interested.
There is no specific school. There's no specific school involved with the magic here. It seems like it's more of an. It seems like it's more of a divine magic, actually, than anything.
Okay. I'm going to convey this information to the rest of the group.
One of 3?
So you all learn the very confusing information about the +2s and the making rolls.
I turn my head a little bit, like,
The full
numbers?
sapphire?
I do the same.
That's what it's one of 3 combined make the full sapphire? Is that correct?
Yeah. Wonder where the other 2 are.
Yeah. That's not really our focus right this moment now, is it?
I mean, it's hard to say what our focus is. I think maybe our best shot is to check out the hospital, maybe see if Ava, Lorden, or Turin Strucker are still there.
I've just been kind of confused a little bit, and he agrees and then just bolts out of the tea shop, not waiting for anyone.
Whoa, wait.
And Kai, Ren, Coco, let's go.
I hop back on Adira's shoulder.
So,
I had
so you're all kind of stuck chasing after. You're all stuck chasing after Bo, and you guys eventually make it to the hospital, and you arrive in the lobby of the 4 Points Hospital, where as you walk up to the sorry, I lost my mouse again. This is not the first time this has happened here. You walk up to the reception desk of the hospital, and a woman looks up at you and goes, "Hi, welcome to 4 Points. Are we visiting today? Are we visiting family today? Just visiting for a general visit, or is this an emergency?"
Actually, hey, Lily.
Yeah.
Come here for a second.
Okay.
You know what Rand just, and I'm whispering to Lily, you know what Rand just said about some weird, something about persuasion or something?
Yeah.
With your necklace?
Yeah.
Try it on.
Okay.
And
While this is
okay.
What are you doing while they're talking?
Well, she asked if it was an emergency or like if we're visiting family, and like the adults just ran off, so Ren is left to talk in their stead. He's like, I don't think it's an emergency, but we ran here pretty quickly.
Bo. Why did we run
I
here
don't
pretty
think we're
quick?
hurt.
Bo.
Are you visiting anyone who's here?
I don't
Are
think
you visiting
so.
anyone who's currently here? Right, well then I can get you a visitation appointment. We only allow so many people who are not here visiting specific people at one time. So I will have to schedule you for a visitation appointment. Fortunately, we did just have a cancellation, so we can get you in about a half hour if you wait in the lobby until then.
My mom is over there. he needs to make my appointment.
Excuse me. Is
Right, we can
is
put you in
Ava
as...
Jordan or Turin
Yes, hi.
Shirker here?
Ava was the chief of medicine. She doesn't say that. She says... She doesn't phrase it that way. She says,
We've been done with our conversation, by the way. That was all
Doctor-
that Lola had. It was supposed to be a quick aside.
Dr. Lorden... Yeah, cool. She says, well, Dr. Lorden's been retired for several years, and Turin Shirker was the governor of the city for a while back, like 20, 30 years ago or so. I doubt either of them... Actually, I think the former governor passed away. Dr. Lorden's retired and living out in, God knows what country it is. I think he has a beach house out in Marturia.
Shoot.
He's been living at.
Can I walk up to her and like hold up the birth certificate and just be like, "Hey, I found this birth certificate hidden in a table in a tea shop in a different city than where I lived with my mom for the majority of my life. Is there any way that you could help me figure out why that could be?"
I can't personally, but if you are willing to wait a half hour, we have an opening that is not yet closed for a general visit that we can give to you, and you can go over to records. Former patients of the hospital are allowed to take out their own records. Maybe that could be a help?
I guess. Do you have...
It will have the information on... It will probably have doctor's information on your birth.
I think that might be helpful, I guess. Yeah, okay.
Wonderful. Great. I will put that appointment in. And she types a bit into her thing and she says, and the name is, and she looks at the birth certificate, types in her name, she goes, right, well, your group can be admitted past these doors, and she points to a set of double doors. In 1.5 hour, I will call you up and you can go through, if you could just wait in the lobby in the meantime.
Okay.
Cool. Do you guys do anything while you're waiting in the lobby?
Kai wants to...
This answer does not have to be yes.
Kai just wants to pull
Yes, Kai, what are you up to?
Bo aside really quickly. What was that? Why did you run out of the tea shop so fast?
It was nothing. I just want to get this. I just want to find answers as fast as we can. It's nothing.
I mean, I get that, but it was just a little weird for you. Are you sure there's nothing on your mind?
O kind of just like rubs his chest a little bit and goes and sits in a chair and doesn't say anything else.
I'll just play like slaps with Adira.
Who said I want to do anything with you? What the hell? I'm kidding. I'm entirely kidding. What are we doing? Snaps?
We're playing slaps.
What are we doing?
We're playing slaps.
The slaps. The game where you give your hands like this, and then
That
the
seems
person
like a
does
game
that
Ren
thing,
would
tries to
like
slap your
way
hand,
more
pull
than
away.
me. I don't know why you picked me.
Because Ren's not my child.
Oh my god, I thought that was Joe. I thought that was
So
Joe.
you guys wait a half hour
hold on.
doing...
I
No.
wasn't looking. I was reading through the building. I thought that was Kai. I thought Kai wanted to play with me. No, Lily, of course I'll play with you. I'm so sorry, Mom. I love you very much.
Okay.
I thought Kai was trying to bond with me, and I wasn't here for it.
Oh, no. Today's word of the day is blooper.
Oh.
Today's word of the day is blooper. Anyway. Anyway. So-
Kai. Yes, okay. Slap.
So, you guys spend like a half hour doing whatever, and then After a half hour, the woman goes, Burke party? You may be admitted now. And you guys head into the hospital.
Okay, that's us, I think.
It's called 4 points because there's 4 points to the hospital, making kind of like a medical cross symbol if you put it on its head. You entered from one side. You have to go to the center of the hospital and then make a left turn to go to the wing that has the records to it. And you guys do that, and you eventually reach the record room, where there is a woman sitting at the counter with her feet up, leaning back in a chair, filing her nails, and she looks up and goes, "Hi, looking for a record?"
Yes, for Lily Ivy Burke. Here's my birth certificate.
Can I ask if you are either Lily Ivy Burke or if you are the parent of Lily Ivy Burke?
I am the Lily Ivy Burke.
Oh my god. We could sing.
Great, can I see your ID, please?
Here you go.
She looks at it, looks at the picture, looks at you, and goes, "Fantastic," and hands it back. And she goes into the record shelves. She's gone for about 3 minutes, and then she comes back and puts a small folder. It's small because that was the only time you were ever at this hospital, in front of you, and goes, "Right. I must ask you do not leave the room with these records, but feel free to peruse them to your heart's content."
And just in case, do you have any medical records for Rhea Burke?
Are you Rhea Burke or the parent of Rhea Burke?
I am the daughter of Rhea Burke.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to give records to the descendants of patients.
Even if she's unfortunately deceased?
It's confusing, but it's hospital policy. I am sorry.
Okay.
And you have your records, as long as you stay within the room.
I'll start perusing my records.
There are seats, and there are some round tables for you to look in. Cool. You can make if you can make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Is there anyone in this room with you looking at your records?
These
These are your personal records, so how would Lily respond to that?
Adira can be there if she wants
I'll
to.
be there.
Cool, then Adira can also make an investigation.
That's good, because I got a 7. I'm not investigating.
Ooh, that's a nat 20, baby.
Yes, my
Yes.
daughter coming in
Amazing.
clutch.
Excellent. Fantastic. With that nat 20, you immediately see, like, the main pages. Rhea Adira Burke gave birth to Lily Ivy Burke on the 15th of K-Forus in the year 1521 SA. It says Lily was born in room 201. With that nat 20, you also find a small slip of paper that was very easy to miss. That says that it has a note on it that essentially states that there was that the room 201 is no longer in the maternity ward. The maternity ward moved about 7 years ago, and they updated all these records, it seemed, to show that. The maternity ward that she was born into is now the Magical Diseases and Curses ward, which is on the other side of the building. You would have gone the wrong way if you had chosen to go to the room 201 in the current maternity ward. There is also a slip that says that an unnamed woman, referred to as the Guardian, was present at her birth as well.
I don't like that.
Interesting. Mom, this paper here, says the room that you were born in, it's not part of the maternity wing anymore. It's for magical diseases and curses. And there was a woman named the Guardian there at your birth?
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
I guess maybe we can see if we can look in the room. Maybe somebody can give us more information as to who the Guardian
Yeah.
is. I guess we'll go back to the rest of the group.
I'll ask the woman that we got the records from.
Do you return the records, by the way?
Huh?
Oh. I was about to address this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
When we go back to the woman that we got the records from, I'm gonna ask, has there been someone named the Guardian that, works here, or does that name ring a bell to you?
No, never had anyone who went by the Guardian working here. Not that I know of.
Thanks.
Is there a reason why someone would want their identity kept and redacted as?
No, ma'am, I'm just the records keeper. I would not know. I didn't start this job until 2 years ago, so I'm sorry, I don't have your information.
All right. Do you know somebody who could give us more information?
Maybe one of the senior maternity doctors?
There wouldn't be any record of the doctor who birthed me, would there?
Yeah, she looks through your records and goes, looks like it was, a woman named Dr. Rubless. She actually still works here. What do you know? She's the head doctor now.
Okay.
She's got an office in the maternity ward, which is, 3rd floor, northern wing.
Are we allowed to visit the ward that's being used for magical diseases and curses?
As long as you're careful and make sure not to go into any rooms that have infection stickers on them, like contagion stickers, you're good to go.
Okay. Thank you for helping as much as you could.
I'm happy to help.
I'll turn to the group.
And where do you go back to the group?
Yeah. So we have a couple options. There's a doctor that still works here that was the doctor that birthed me. And there's a room that's now magical curses and was it diseases?
Yeah.
Magical curses and diseases? That used to be the
there's
ward.
a ward that is magical curses and diseases. Yeah.
It used to be a maternity ward, but now it's not.
Well, I'll volunteer to go down to the magical diseases and curses area. I don't really seem to get sick, so I'll go.
Are you comfortable going by yourself and then meeting up? Maybe back here?
I mean, if anyone else wants to come, I don't want to risk Ren or Coco getting sick.
You do know from the structure of the hospital and hospitals in general that if you are in the hallways or any non-marked rooms, it is impossible for you guys to get sick. Like, this hospital is very sanitary, and you have magic that can take care of things like that, if it's minor. Only being in the room puts you at direct risk.
Does anyone have any strong
You're in a
feelings
magical
towards
hospital.
one or the other as to what might give us more information?
I mean, we're a pretty big group of people. It might look a little bit less odd if we went in smaller groups and just met up.
Okay. I'd like to go to the doctor.
I'll go with you, Mom.
I'll go with Lola.
Alright, yeah, I'll head out to this.
I'll join you, Lily, if you don't mind.
I'm currently curled up on the floor in my towel.
Lola,
Like I'm wrapped up in my towel like a little blanket.
it's room 201,
Passed out on the floor.
by the way. Yeah.
Room 201? Alright. Yeah. Ren, who do you want to go with? It's alright, you can...
I'll come with you.
Alright.
I want to see some infectious diseases. Oh man. Maybe I'll still get.
So, you all start
You're
heading
just
out.
gonna leave Coco
Who
on the
here is
floor.
in the doctor group?
I'm going
Yeah,
to
I'm
die.
taking
No, we're
Coco.
taking Coco.
Yeah. Who's going in the doctor group? That is Lily, and Bo, and Adira. Cool. So you guys head. Cool. So you three head to the doctor ward and the maternity ward. And you eventually reach Dr. Rubblis's office. It is dark inside. There's a small one of those door windows. It is dark inside.
Hello?
Is there like a?
You hear a voice. You hear a voice from off to your right go, she's very busy today. I don't know if she's going to be in there at all.
Do you...
You turn and you see this tall, striking woman in a doctor's coat. And she puts out a hand and goes, "Hi, Dr. Quinta Rubblis."
Lily Burke?
Nice to meet you, Lily. Can I help you with something? I'm sorry, I'm very busy today. We got a lot of births today, but can I help you with something?
I was born here about 29 years ago, and I just found my birth certificate that my mom hid in a table in a tea shop. And I don't know why, and I would like to talk to the doctor that was there for my birth to see if there's just anything weird or like, I don't know.
Do you know who the doctor for your birth was?
Yes.
It was you.
And I will what was what was the
It's
doctor's
her.
name
It's
again?
Dr.
It was
Rubblis.
me. It was me.
I'm not lying. It's her.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, was it?
So sorry. Yeah. And she goes, it was me. I am so sorry. If that was 29 years ago, I barely remember it. I am sorry. I have birthed thousands upon thousands of babies since. I do apologize. I
Does
have very little memory.
does the name
I guess I can give you a little advice. You would have been born in our current magical diseases ward. This is not the same ward. At the time, this was non-magical injuries and ailments.
we know?
Do you know who the guardian
Physical
is?
injuries and ailments.
Do you happen
Right.
to remember Araya Burke?
I can't say I do, but the guardian does sound a little familiar. I don't remember much. Maybe I remember there being one birth. It might have been yours, where there was some woman. It was not yet daylight. It was the morning. It was the early morning. It was not even like daylight yet. There was this very beautiful, tall, blonde woman. These golden eyes, almost amber. And she was there too. She didn't seem to actually know the woman giving birth directly. Didn't seem like they came together. But she wanted to be a part of it. Very beautiful woman. Very beautiful. Tall, blonde. Honestly, I like to think I'm pretty beautiful, and she made me envious. She just went by the Guardian.
Well,
It was not even daylight yet. It was still nighttime when this happened. So I remember that.
I guess if that's all you have, then I'll leave
That's
you
all I remember.
be.
I apologize. I'm sorry. I have to go. I have another birth, like, now. I'm just getting paged. I gotta go. And she runs off, and she calls behind over her shoulder. It was
You're
really nice to meet
cool.
you, though.
I don't say that to a lot of people, but you're
And
really
she turns the corner.
Bye.
Thank you. Cool. And what are you guys doing?
I want to say something to my mom
guess we'll-
quick. Hey,
Oh.
Mom. And Bo, you can hear this too. Look, I don't know what we're stumbling into. We're learning more about Grandma every day. I don't look. Bo and Kai, we're looking for you, Rhea, for this. Who knows if there are other people also looking for you and or Rhea. So maybe we don't tell people that you found your birth certificate in a table in a tea shop. Maybe that's something we want to keep to ourselves. I've read a lot of books, and it seems like things are expanding, and typically when that's happening, you might want to just keep that here.
I mean, those are books.
I mean, it's still kind of strange that your birth certificate was
And there
in
was a woman
tea
named
shop.
the Guardian that was
So-
like unearthly beautiful at your birth. Mom, this doesn't seem very normal anymore. This seems like a book. So, I'm just going on what I know.
Does anyone know, like, you beautiful, like, women?
I will tell you right now, just Dungeons and Dragons rule of thumb, if the description of someone is that they're beautiful, that's not much of a lead to go off of.
I mean, I've never met somebody with, like...
You might want to focus your efforts on other places until you can learn more.
I mean, I think we should go meet the
Let's
others.
do that.
So you guys head off to go to the others. Meanwhile, the rest of you arrive in the magical curses and diseases ward. Most of the doors are closed. A good 2/3 of them have this logo slapped on them. You do eventually find one door that is not, like, the door's closed, but it doesn't have that. It has like a logo on it that seems to suggest that the patients are at dangerous levels of their curses, but it's not contagious at all, it seems. So it seems safe to go into. You can also look through the window. The lights are off, but the partitions aren't closed, so you can see that the 3 patients in those... There are 4 beds with 3 patients in them. They're all asleep. And it's room 201, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
Ooh. I mean, this is the room, so...
Alright, now we're gonna be very quiet. People need their rest, alright? Okay.
So you guys enter the room. You find that the room is designed with 4 beds, each in their own section with their own partitions. There's a window on the far wall. It looks like this is like the 16th or 17th or 18th floor of the building you're in. Because there's a lot of different things. 201 is like the 2nd floor of this ward, specifically. The windows are bolted shut and have a thick plexiglass to them. There's also bars on the outside of the window. It seems like they maybe have problems with this height and people that are like so far gone that they're like... Anyway, there's also a number... there's also in the room it's a larger room. There's more beds. There are some smaller rooms that you passed in through the windows. This is a larger one. And there's a white tile floor with like green and white tiles, light blue painted walls, and there is a door with one of those long thin windows that you just walked through. As you enter, 3 of the 4 beds have patients, and these are the 2 closer to the door and one of the further beds. No, 2 of the further beds and one of the closer beds, my bad. You see that the patient closest to the door is covered in like this sickly yellow rash that seems to be covering most of the body, stopping at the top of the neck. There are other patients too with like sickly green skin that looks somewhat decayed, and all of them are asleep. As you look around for answers, I need you all to make investigation checks.
I'm still passed
I
out.
just threw that. Oh, no.
Yes, Coco is still asleep.
I'm gonna use my luck to re-roll because it was shit.
Cool.
9.
That was even worse.
9. What did you roll? 13?
13, yeah.
Got a 19.
Cool. And Lola. Awesome. So it takes you guys a while to search this room. There's a lot of cabinets, a lot of beds, curtains, the bathroom in this room, everything. It takes you guys a while to search this room. You're looking and looking, making your way through the room. Takes you a good, 15 minutes to search this room to no avail, until finally, Lola, you step near the window, near one of the furthest beds, and you hear a creak as you step on a tile, and as you look down, you see it's kind of wobbling loosely under your foot.
I let out a big old monkey fart.
Fortunately for you, Lola, none of the bodies stir.
It seemed a little odd, but I guess we're not really in normalcy anymore. I leaned down to see if I can readjust the tile, maybe take it off the ground.
So you are able to lift up this tile, no problem, slip it aside, and underneath the tile, you find a little, space. And as you bend down to look at it, that is when Bo, Lily, and Adira arrive in the room. You guys arrive at the door to the room, and make your way to the group that is on the far end. And you guys see Lola going through this process. Lola, you pick out a small box, no bigger than your fist, from under the tile. It's a plain wooden box. And as you take it out, there's no engraving on it, just a small latch.
I'm gonna take a few steps away from the current patients and make sure I've put at least 15 feet between me and them. I don't really know why, but I'm putting space between me and the people that are sick. And then I'll turn to them, or turn away from them and open the box.
Turn away from the group or towards the group?
Away from the sleeping sick people.
Okay. So you open the box, and based on the way you turn, the group can see it. Inside, you find two things. The first is a tiny slip of paper, and all it says on the paper is RB, and then underneath a heart, and it says LIB. The other thing you find in the box is a sunshine yellow colored amulet on a chain. It seems to have a faint magical energy to it. Anyone who wants to make an Arcana check can.
Hey, I got a 21.
Got a 12.
I got a 21 as well.
What did Bo get?
21.
And what did Kai get?
12.
Cool. What did Ren get?
18.
Cool. So this item, even if people roll the same, is going to be responded to differently by different people, depending on your experiences. Ren and... Okay, Lola, you can't quite tell what it is. Did Lily roll?
Oh, shoot.
I did also roll. I don't know if that...
What is this?
Arcana.
Oh.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry.
10.
Cool. Lily and Lola, you guys can't quite tell what it is. Ren and Adira, you can sense that this magic that is on this pendant definitely is a newer type of magic. Something that has been around more recently than something that would have happened many years ago before the magic resurgence. You know that it apparently only works with a certain type of magic user. You're not sure what it is. But you know it'll work only with one type of magic user. No other types can use it. And it's and Adira, you can feel a sense that this amulet seems like it's almost tied to another one of some kind. On that 21 bow, you recognize this amulet immediately because you are wearing a similar one around your neck. You immediately realize that this is the pendant of the Lunamancer, which you can only assume is tied to the pendant of the Planomancer.
Is okay. I'm gonna go up to it and
You
well, you mind?
you also obviously know, just to giving a reminder, just for anyone who might require it, you obviously know this, Bo. There are 4 new arcane arts: chronomancy, echomancy, lunamancy, and planomancy. Chronomancy and echomancy, the study of time and space, are considered tied, and lunamancy and planomancy, the study of light and dimension, are considered to be tied. If this is the pendant of lunamancy, study of light, there has to be a pendant of planomancy somewhere that is tied to it.
Lily, you mind if I see that necklace real quick, or that amulet?
Yeah, sure. I mean, here.
Wait,
Wait, did I say Lily or Lola?
I don't know.
No, I heard Lola.
Oh, I thought I did. I wasn't sure.
That's my bad.
Kai, you're not sure what it is, but it looks very familiar to you.
Lily, I think here. There's a note in the box.
Oh. And it's RB
You see the note,
and then
Lily.
LIB.
In a heart, yeah, in a heart it says LIB, which, yeah.
I'll put it in my pocket.
Lovely.
Kai, take out your amulet real quick.
Okay, I'll just hold it up because I wear it.
It's already out.
I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I just...
So now you guys can see in front of you. You have Kai's wearing the one with an emerald green gem. Bo, do you have yours out?
No, I do not.
No. Okay. Bo is holding the one with a sunshine yellow gem.
Well, maybe this is a long shot, but maybe someone else has the final amulet. Maybe someone who knows something. I'm just spitballing here, but
I'd love to
I have no
theorize
idea.
about this more, but maybe we can do so not in a room of sick people. Can we go now? Did we get...
So, Adira, you say that, and almost perfectly on cue, you guys
Wow.
start to hear a creaking sound coming from closer to the front of the room. And as you guys turn, you feel a chill, and you see you see rising from the body with the yellow rash, this ghastly, large, all-black shadow. It gets bigger and bigger with piercing yellow eyes, a very sickly yellow, not the same as the amulet at all. It stares deep into all of your souls. You can feel it. It's so chilling that Coco, even you instinctively
I wake up with a fart.
That's how chilling this is. This thing raises its arms wide and suddenly appears right in between you and the door. You as a group and the door. It is large. And it emits a horrifying screech. So loud, some of you can't help but cover your ears. And with that, its eyes glow bright, and it points forwards at all of you. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh gosh.
And that is where we are ending our session.
I just pooped myself. Just so y'all know. Thanks for watching the episode. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider liking the video, comment and tell us what you thought. Maybe even share it with some of your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more videos. If you want to stay up to date with Campaign Crusades, head over to our Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter account using the links down below. Now, it's time for Coco to cause some chaos.